Hi, my name is Jacob Garwood, and I'm a junior here at JMU. I started my leadership journey early last spring, and one of the first things I completed was the Clifton Strengths assessment. And from that, I learned my top 5 themes, which are activator, restorative, communication, positivity, and discipline. Over the summer, I worked a manual labor job in my hometown of Frederick, Maryland. I worked with many Hispanic men who struggled to speak English. All throughout the summer, I focused directly on my top 5 themes. It was crucial for doing that job and for where I was on my leadership journey. I focused specifically on communication and positivity. I realized that having these themes allowed me to not only understand the situation better, but to also change my behaviors at a much faster rate in these high intensity environments. One day, when we were building a walkway in Washington, D.C., I noticed that one of my fellow coworkers was going to be cutting a PVC pipe, which he was then going to glue a PVC joint onto that was going to run underneath the walkway and connect with the gutter that was coming down from the roof. And he was doing that in an incorrect area. He was moving fast, so I had to meet his pace. He didn't understand me while I was talking to him, but he knew I had something to say. As I was walking over, I knew I had to increase my positivity in the way I spoke to him so he wouldn't think I was belittling him. While maintaining good composure and staying concentrated, I was able to get the message across and then make light of the situation by cracking a little bit of a joke. My communication skills changed because it turned into a lot of a nonverbal communication in an environment that doing nonverbal communication was incredibly difficult. My positivity has always been strong in difficult situations. But while in this environment, I learned that positivity alone can not only build stronger relationships, but can increase workplace productivity exponentially. Know the situation you were in and decide when to apply the strengths in those certain situations. Last fall, I went through a very difficult maze of emotions that continued to hurt me on a daily basis. After months of internal battles, I came to a realization that all my weaknesses are barriers in my life. Knowing and embracing these weaknesses and hardships accelerated my personal growth exponentially. I stopped viewing difficult situations as bad things and began using these weaknesses to learn more about myself. I had to take extreme ownership over my own life. Weaknesses and barriers are ways for you to evaluate yourself. Once you understand this, you can begin applying your strengths to these weaknesses. Constantly growing your strengths and knowing there's no limit to growth is powerful, but understanding that can't occur unless weaknesses are viewed properly is a key to success. Weaknesses are barriers, not obstacles you can't overcome. View every single shortcoming that is coming towards any of you as a challenge and an opportunity to grow yourself and the people around you. Just recently, I kind of sat back and I was like, well, I'm a junior and college is coming to an end for me. But what isn't coming to an end is graduate school and applying to it. While beginning to formulate my personal statement and looking at teachers for letters of recommendation, I realized that my strengths had been the backbone throughout the entire process. In all parts of my resume, I relied on knowing my themes and breaking them down in order to really understand why I want to study physical therapy and why these general themes that I have now reflect that. When thinking about who I'd like to write my letters of recommendation, I think who has seen my strengths in action and who hasn't. This is when the positivity and the communication come in. When coming in contact with possible candidates for these recommendations, I have to use positivity to show my excitement for furthering my education because it is a very large step that you have to be very committed in order to continue going down. It just overall betters the relationship that you have with that person. I rely on my strengths because they're always with me, guiding me through all my experiences. Keeping your strengths in the back of your head all the time is crucial at the beginning of the process, but don't view that direction as a sort of list of things that need to be done. They're more so short-term goals that will push you to grow as a person. Recognizing and understanding your strengths in everyday situations will not only help you see the situation more clearly, but will also help you see the situation from another point of view. This occurs simply because you as a person are being more vigilant to your surroundings. If you can constantly ask yourself why and answer that question with a specific strength, you will see tremendous growth in that area of your life. I'm not saying any of this because I think this is the only way to do it. I'm saying this because I use these tactics and it has all around made me a better person in all aspects of my life. My advice for you is to take some of the ideas I proposed and just try implementing the ones that you think will work best for you. Once the ball gets rolling, you'll find that path that's just right for you. Last thing I'm going to have to say is stay positive, ask questions, and build yourself up one step at a time. Bye.